Welcome back to Commander Damage. I know it's been kind of slow in the videos lately, but work's busy. Uh, Today I'm going to do a little deck tech on one of my favorite decks, Olivia. I had no plans on building this deck until I pulled this card out of the pre-release kit on pre-release night. It's a beautiful card. Decided I needed to build a deck because it was a beautiful card. First off, we're going to start with artifacts. Of course, you gotta have your mana rocks, Drain Dynamo. This one kinda can help out because yes, you're discarding a card, you're making her unblockable. Whatever you discard, if it's a creature, you get it right to the battlefield. That's the combo. This right here helps out also. I have a creature, they're going to destroy it. If they have no way to destroy it, I just feel like nailing them. I can just sacrifice it, attack with Olivia, get it back. Now, in case you aren't wondering, Olivia's ability lets me attack. She has haste, flying, and I return a creature to the battlefield, tapped and attacking unless it stays, unless I don't control a legendary vampire. Then I have to exile that creature. But I have a lot of vampires, so it doesn't really matter. Got your Soul Ring, your Signet, your Commander Sphere, your Greaves, your Swift Boot, Arcane Signet. Normal stuff. Everyone has it. That's how it works. Sorceries. Got some draw stuff here. I do have a small reanimator style to it, so I do have cards to help reanimate other than just her. It is kind of like a reanimator deck. I know it's Diabolic Tutor, it's kind of expensive, but I like the Odyssey look, and why not? 4 mana, it's not going to hurt anything. Ever after, pull my best 2 creatures, put them in my graveyard. Or from my graveyard, sorry, pull the best 2 from my graveyard, put it on the battlefield. Put it that way. Another one, lets me return a creature from graveyard to the battlefield. Like I said, it's kind of a reanimator theme here. My point is to keep my creatures constantly. And of course, that one I could copy it and let an opponent do it, and I get to do it also. Again, entreat the dead. Entreat the dead. There you go, another reanimator. Mainly that for its miracle. Basically, miracle's a good ability. Buried Alive. This is where I go find the 3 creatures I want, need, or the best. Put on my graveyard. I can gang back out after that. Another draw. Another tutor. I know a lot of people don't really care for tutors. I kind of gave this deck some tutors, a little more tutors than most. But that's fun. It's not like I'm tutoring up a instant win combo, though there is a thing I can tutor up that you'll see later that could help me out, but it's not an instantly I win tutor. Reanimate, it's self-explanatory. And then another draw, because red and black have problems drawing cards. Instances. I like this one. A lot of people, I've never seen anybody play it, honestly. But for 1 black mana, I can sacrifice any creature, and then I get red or black in any combination I want to my mana pool. Well, that pair with my commander is basically 1 mana to get whatever mana I want, because I can literally just get the creature back with my commander out. Kolaghan's Command. That's just a good card. Being able to destroy an artifact, make a player discard, return a card in my hand. 2 damage is meh, but it's a good card. It really is. Chaos Warp, everyone has one. That's how you answer in red. Another draw. 5 mana to draw 6 cards is not too bad, I'm not super worried about life. Life is just a resource, they say. Another tutor. Gotta love them tutors. Bedevil, removal. It's decent for 3 mana, but it's for planeswalkers mainly, unless they get enter something in there. Tournament, believe that is just creatures. Yeah, just destroy her creature, can't regenerate. Sorry, Texas pulled out on the set booster, so I have to use it. And then short target creature, and if I control artifact, which most likely I will, I've got mana rocks and stuff, they take 3 damage. It's just a good way to kill stuff and do damage also. Nothing super strong to do all the stuff. Enchantments. Animate Dead. Again, it's reanimator deck. Pull it out my graveyard. That's the point of it. Guess what? Dance of the Dead. That's another style of reanimation. I do believe it comes in tapped. Yes. But I can pull a creature from any graveyard and put directly on my play tapped. Yeah, I had to pay additional 1 in black to untap it, but that don't bother me. Breath of Fury. This card can go off. So say I have my commander and I have 2 creatures attached just to a creature I control. Whenever that creature is coming in, your player has to sacrifice and attach Breath of Fury to a creature you control. So I attach it to the other creature. If I do, I untap all creatures I control, and there's combat additional. After this phase, there's additional combat phase. So basically, I attack with the 2. One has to die if it deals combat damage. Well, it's going to deal combat damage, but it's going to deal damage. Has to die. Put this one on the other one. Swing with it and Olivia. Pull the creature that just got killed from it back out. Tapped and attacking. Now the second creature dies. That goes to the first creature that had died. Untap my creatures. And then another combat phase. And it can literally complete this process unless somebody takes care of it. Or you basically win. Outpost Siege. Dragons can be alright. It's mainly for cons. I like to be able to get the impulse draw. And of course, Greed, another draw. It's good. Now let's move on to the creatures. Now, they're not all vampires. They are some vampires that work good, and there's a lot of just good and black cards. Dolphy Voidwalker. It's great. Can't be blocked. It muffles everyone on graveyards besides me. And then I can play that card. And the best part of it is I can sacrifice it and then attack Olivia, get it right back out. They destroy it, attack Olivia, and get it right back out. It can really hold down graveyards big time. Sheldred. You get to return a creature, reanimate, beginning your upkeep, and then everybody has to sacrifice a creature to begin upkeep. So it's worth it. I just added this one. I haven't got to play with it, but I think it'll be fun being able to choose 2 people, and then whenever damage is dealt to one of the chosen players, the other one loses that much life. I think that's fun, because it's not just hold back to what I do, it's just period. If that person takes damage, the other one loses the life. I think that's a neat effect. So, Drana, there you go. There's a vampire, legendary creature. So, she's just good. I mean, mainly for its flying first strike for 3. I don't care about the second part. But she's vampire, flying first strike for 3. That's good. Bloodline Necromancer. Another vampire. The whole point of him is when you get him out, you can return a wizard, quotates, vampire, from your graveyard to the battlefield. And that's his whole point, is to help reanimate. And if I have a way to sack him, I can easily get him back and get another creature back also. It's 2 for 1. Itali. The whole point of Itali is he's a Tali. Why not play a Tali if you're in a red? Simple as that. Especially if I can get him back when they destroy him. Yes, his trigger doesn't work when I get him back with Olivia, but it's a Tali. He's good, period. Miri. There you go. Another vampire. Legendary vampire. Again, I'm not really worried about the second part, the combat damage to a creature, put one counter on it. It's good. It's 100% good. But the fact that she's a flying first striker works. Because I can literally just use her as a blocker. Carter, Doomscourge, enters the battlefield to internal creature explodes control. Attack each combat phase, attack another player. So, the good thing about him is when he's in the graveyard, I attack Olivia, get this back. He's entering the battlefield. Now, I cannot be attacked this turn. If I have a way to sacrifice him, every turn he will not be able to attack me because he's entering the battlefield unless you counter her ability. Which a lot of people don't play counter abilities, so it works out great. Zargas, another legendary vampire. Not the first part, the cast spells cast one less for each creature party, whatever. Not that great. He has a flying death touch with haste, which is great. All the creatures you control have death touch. That is the key. And then, of course, destroying a planeswalker window damage was nice. A lot of my stuff tended to have, some of my stuff tended to have flying and haste. But giving all my stuff death touch is amazing. Especially when you have first strikers for blocks. Mirage, Felix. Okay, Soulbound is whenever it comes into play, you have to choose a creature for it to Soulbound to. And whenever this creature is paired with another creature, they have at the beginning of combat in your turn create a token that's a copy of this creature. Except it has haste and loses Soulbound. Exile at the end of combat. Well, I mean, most people are thinking, oh, that's pretty good, but what can you pair it with to make it great? Port Razor. Because when Port Razor does combat damage to a player, you untap each creature you control, additional combat phase, and then it can't attack a player it's already attacked. Well, with the token, it exiles at the end of combat, and then you make another token. So that token can literally just attack one person that can't handle it or has no blocks over and over and over again, and you get extra combats to get all your stuff out with Olivia from your graveyard, kill everyone on the battlefield if you're able to. Just combats galore. Chainer. This card is great in this deck. Being able to discard a card whenever you want with no abilities, no activation, no mana cost. Just straight discard a creature. I can cast a creature from my graveyard. Activate its ability only once each turn. Not that big of a deal. The whole point of it is to discard whatever creature I don't feel like paying for. If I have a creature in the graveyard I can pay for, that's a bonus. But discard whatever creature I don't feel like paying for. Attack with Olivia, get it out. Simple as that. And this is the card that I said that can hose everyone down. Sire of Insanity. I bought the Secret Lair, the Thomas M. Baxa Secret Lair, mainly for the Sliver High Lord, and this was one of the cards in there. Got to looking at it, I said, man, this is amazing. Yes, I have to discard my hand each turn, but it hoses all my opponents from their hands. And then whatever I discard, if it's creatures, I get back with my commander. And they can't. And I let Royal play this deck, and that hosed us down. Big time. He 100% gained control of the board. There's nothing we can do about it. Butcher Malakir, mainly for the vampire, because she'll become a legendary. Or she don't become legendary, sorry. But, yeah, I mean, it's a good vampire. Making them sacrifice stuff whenever something dies. It's good, especially if I can sack it. This right here is another way. Eradicator Valkyrie. Mainly did it for the flying lifelink, and I can both sacrifice a creature because the activates ability only if the creature's attacked this turn. So I attack Olivia, I put Olivia on stack first, put this on stack second, this goes off, sacrifice a creature, make them all Everybody else sacrifice a creature. Olivia, take the sacrifice creature, put it right back on the battlefield. So, I mean, it's a good little combo there. And to add to the combos, turret, they discard, sacrifice anything, you're getting it. That's how that works. Mainly I put it in there just because I don't have another deck for turret to go into, and it just make it fit this one, which y'all can tell it does. Gonti's just good because I can get a spell for free. I mean, yeah, I have to cast the spell, but it's the fact that I can get someone's deck. I can get a spell out of it. Get an extra spell, basically. It's not bad. Gonti's pretty good. Doom Necromancer. It's another reanimator. That's the whole purpose of it. Arvinox. This one I just put in here. I pulled out of, I believe it was New Capenna secret set boosters. I think the ability is really awesome. Beginning my end step, exile the bottom card of each opponent's library face down. For as long as it remains exiled, I may look at them, I may cast a permanent spell from among them, and I may spend mana as it's any color to cast them. I really like it because he's not a creature unless I control 3 or more permanents I don't own. And even that's on the field. But whenever he's in the graveyard, Olivia sees him as a creature. She can pull him out, but he can, I'm assuming, haven't looked it up, but he will be tapped, but he cannot attack because he's not a creature, because state-based action will check. Unless I control 3 or more permanents, I don't mind. But being able to just pull him out, because he's a creature everywhere until state-based action checks and says he's not a creature. It's just like one of the gods. You can pull them out the same way. Aria, I really don't care about the first part. This is the second part. You know, the tapper, sacrifice a black creature, draw a card, tap Olivia, get the creature back. It's a free card draw from me. That's the best part. Alright. Yeah, she's no elf, didn't think so. And here's another Olivia, legendary vampire. So, mainly I have it in here just because it's Olivia. And it's also good because I can do this ability, creature enters the battlefield with the first Olivia. I can discard a card. If I do, I put a 1/1 counter on that creature, it gains haste on a turn, and it becomes a vampire. So if I have any legendary creatures, well, they are now vampires also. So therefore, it's going to be hard to exile the creature I pull with Olivia because I have other vampires now. Legendary vampires. Magus of the Abyss. This is the main deck, the more I get into it. Basically, I'll make them choose which creature they want to destroy, and they destroy it. Urbrask. You know, gotta hose them down. All my stuff gains haste. Oh, come on, sleeve. I know you got something in you. My stuff gains haste. Their creatures in the battlefield tapped. It just helps me to get more attacks in, do more damage, more triggers. Hell, probably even more combats. Judith, she's in here. I just needed something to fill some spots. She's 3 mana. She's quick. Pumps my creatures, and she does 1 damage until a creature dies. So if I have a way to sack it, you know, that's another damage. Here is the other Olivia. This one's good because I can do 1 damage to my creature. And as long as you're legendary, they're vampires. Boom, simple as that. And if I have enough mana and I have nothing else in my hand, say I'm discarding my hand every turn, I just do 1 damage to somebody to take control of it. So, Null Priest of Oblivion. This one is basically for the kicked version of it to be able to get a creature from the graveyard. It's Reanimator. Ruin Scar Demon, it's just a good card. Especially if I could pull with Olivia. I know it's not entering the battlefield, or sorry, is entering the battlefield. It's not attacking, my bad. So it enters the battlefield with her. If I can get it for cheaper than that, they say for free, I can basically go tutor a card. There's another Legendary Vampire. This one's not too bad. It attacks to any player choose an legendary creature card in your graveyard, and I return it. So, and it's a vampire. So basically, it's another way to reanimate, but they get to choose what they want to reanimate. Oh, so many Dranas, so many Olivias in this deck. Yeah, another Drana, legendary vampire. That's the main purpose of it, is the legendary vampire part. But this ability, I can hose a creature that's giving me problems. I could, oh, you're gonna block. No, can't block flying because your flyer's dead now. Yada yada yada. This lets my stuff deal double damage. That's the whole purpose of it. Just try to make the match go a little quicker. This one I like, because when it enters the battlefield, I put a creature from my deck into the graveyard. Any creature I want. So if I have Olivia, play him, let him die, pull Olivia, attack, get him out, another creature in my graveyard. I love that. And then of course I got this one because it was released in the list also. It's Twilight Prophet, man. I mean, that's good. Just having 10 permanents, I can easily make people just lose life. And I mean, you've seen the converted mana cost. The average is 3.82 of this deck. It's got a lot of high CMC stuff in it, so that can help out and make them lose damage. Lands is your normal land stuff. I've got 34 of them, 12 swamps, 7 mountains. I have my black mana production is a little higher. Produce 28 black mana, I produce 24 red, I have 9 colors, but the black pips in my deck, there's 75 of them, and then there's 26 red. So I kind of went a little higher on the black mana side of things. The deck roughly cost you $400, you can say. I think it's like $390 or something like that. Depending on what version you get. The cheapest versions of everything, you're probably looking like $380. Mine is going to be about $400. I like to have fancy stuff sometimes. Land-wise, this one, Shinka works the best because you can give her first strike. That way she doesn't have to die unless they just block with something huge. But you'll see that for coming. Most of it gotta, fill to ruin. Gotta be able to take care of stuff. Everything else I have, Red Core Tower, and other stuff is mainly just red-black combination of mana stuff. I'll just kind of throw them out here so you can see. It's just a combination of red and black mana, Terramorphic. And of course, since it was vampire themed, I took the Secret Lair Blood Crypt because it has, Edgar Markov there in the middle, and it talks about the vampires on the bottom. So yeah, it was flavor on top of just being a good card. Again, I'll also run fancy lands, so I have, they're all Innistrad and Midnight Hunt lands. Crimson Vow and Midnight Hunt lands. I'm going to leave, like I said, the deck's going to be up on tapped out under commander damage. No space in between commander and damage. Everyone is more than welcome to check it out. I will leave a link in the description of the video. That way y'all can go check it out and see if y'all like it, see if y'all want to build it. Like I said, I think it's a fun deck. It's mainly one-sided fun, but it's fun. It's cool. I like it. Wasn't gonna build it. Pulled her, built it. All right. Well, y'all go ahead and subscribe. I'm gonna try to get some more videos up more often. Like I said, work's been hectic lately. I haven't worked less than 40 hours a week this whole year. It's usually around 100 hours every 2 weeks, plus. Yeah, like I said, subscribe. Check out the content. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for the deck. I'm gonna leave a link for the Discord. You're more than welcome to join. Not a whole lot of people's joined so far. It takes time, I understand that, but it's all there. It's for people to talk, post cards, play games, have a good time. Okay? Alright, until next time. Forgot to do this before I left. But here's a pre-release for, someone who doesn't have one. I bought a couple of the new Capana ones, so y'all enjoy that code.